ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, leave it in the ring.
I mean, inevitably, these guys at some point are going to have to fight. There are just too many of them.
Well, it's going to clear out who really wants to fight because the other two questionable guys out there, which would be Davis and Ryan Garcia, are they going to step up to the plate? Right. Are they going to step up? I mean, is Ryan Garcia going to finally come out of his own shadow to see whether or not if he's really a fighter or, as Davis has mentioned, he's an Instagram kid, YouTuber.
Wild?
What's that?
Since Ryan Garcia's last fight, this weekend will be Jake Paul's, fourth fight?
Ooh.
Who's the real fighter here?
I know, and he's a real YouTuber.
Actual YouTuber.
Yeah, he's an actual YouTuber, and he's actually behaving. I got to applaud that. He's actually behaving like a fighter, right?
Yeah. He's gotten a lot better. I mean,
he has.
I've seen worse fighters at club shows.
He's, I'd warm up to the kid, for Jake, Jake Paul, right? I really warmed up to him because a few things, one, like you just mentioned, he's fighting more often than the real guys that actually, became pro to try to accomplish, what all the other greats have done. This kid, Paul, had no business being part of the sport, but saw there's a niche for it, jumped in it, took advantage of it. And he really hasn't dropped the ball of taking advantage of the things that are open and open to be given to him. And he's been doing it. And I gotta applaud that,
Yeah, I mean, we know he's nothing special as a fighter, but I mean, he's a good enough athlete. He's gotten a lot better. I mean,
right.
Like I said, I've seen worse professionals. I mean, that's damn faint praise. But if
it's
you
just
saw
the
him on
pay-per-view, though.
I know, but people buy it.
I know that, but it's just, I feel the pain of professional fighters that are like, this guy's getting pay-per-view money already and hasn't done absolutely nothing.
You mean you're not buying the pay-per-view to see Jalen Love fight Marcus Oliveira at cruiserweight?
No, I'm not. And here's the thing: like Ryan Garcia, you turn pro to be a fighter, and you did get up tons and tons of social media following. You should be ripping the page off of what Jake Paul is doing right now. Like I mean, this kid has the package to do the exact same things that Jake Paul is doing at this moment, but instead, he's not. And I'll tell you why he's not doing it, though, Brian. I mean, let's be fair here. Let's look at the opponents that Jake Paul is facing towards the opponents that Ryan Garcia has got to face.
Well, yeah.
Big, huge difference, right?
But I mean, this other kid's at least going to the gym every day. He's learning how to fight on the job. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to last all that much longer. But
right.
And I know we've talked about that before. That said, I mean, if Ryan treated it like a full-time job, we'd see him more than once a year.
That we would,
man.
I'm just waiting for. Look, he makes announcements every time on Twitter. He flirts with us about who he's going to face next. It's just that, you know what, we've bought into it more than once. And now I believe that fans are kind of standoffish of what he's going to do next, Where Davis, it's not the question of Davis when he's going to fight. It's the question of who he's going to fight. Yeah, and when's the step up,
More like what version of Tank Davis are you going to see?
That's true.
Not so much his opponent is which Tank. And that is kind of the fun part of this division with all these guys is like you could look at each and every one of them and think and spot up some weird flaw right away. Tank kind of has a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on. Devin Haney doesn't have a ton of pop. Ryan Garcia for some reason wants to trade with guys, and we don't know what what he's really like yet. Teo, I mean, kind of in and out mentally in that last fight. Lomachenko can't handle bigger guys. I mean, they all have something where it's like if something goes wrong or it's a weird matchup, they're going to lose.
Right. And
It could be a
that's what makes
nasty
it
round robin.
right. And that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it even more and more fun. I mean, I don't see why guys are not jumping over to want to face Tank right now. He looks vulnerable. He doesn't look that great. He struggled with every guy he's supposed to dominate. Where puts into question, where does that leave Cruz now? I mean, he's obviously just like Cambosa's fell in there by default.
Maybe
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, it's